Hey everybody, so today the weather sucks. So I have been walking around in the mall, specifically in Fox Valley Mall in Aurora, Illinois, and I am getting some steps in with an afternoon of mall walking. This is what the mall looks like from the top floor. It is in the shape of an X, which is probably the best shape for mall walking. That way you get to switch things up pretty often and it never gets that boring. Easter is coming up soon, so they have photos with Bunny here. Not the Easter Bunny, just Bunny. All right, I'm coming up on Bunny over here. There he is. There's Bunny. Normally you'd have to pay to take a picture with him, but if you stand from up here, it's free. I just checked my step count. I'm already up to 15,000 steps for the day. I did a lot of walking earlier when the weather wasn't so shitty. But now that it is, I'm getting even more steps where it's not. One of my favorite things about this mall is that it has a train. I've ridden on that before. It's pretty fun. This mall also has a puppy store where you can go in and play with puppies for free. It's better than any zoo. Hey, what's up, little guy? He's biting me. Here's a little hot tip. There are signs in the puppy stores saying that you can't pet the puppies, but you can ignore those signs and nobody's going to stop you. Mall walking is one of my favorite old person things to do. It's right up there with shuffleboard and not paying attention to people. This mall has an arcade, and one of the prizes that you can win is poop. This mall is a good place to come, not just when it's cold outside, but also when it comes to Pokemon Go. Because it is one of the areas around with the largest density of Pokestops, at least within like a couple miles of my house. And so yeah, I like to come here and stock up on Pokeballs. I just checked my step count again, and I'm at roughly 20,000 steps for the day. And I've also haven't had anything to eat since this morning when I ate like a bunch of rice. So needless to say, I'm pretty hungry right now. But that's kind of the point because I am getting some blood work done tomorrow and I'm trying to make it look as good as possible. It's like cramming before the final exam, except for my health. I just stepped outside to get some air and it's raining pretty heavily. There's also a bowling pin right there. When I was a teenager, I kind of hated going to the mall because I was against consumerism and all that shit. But as a 32-year-old, I've got to admit that going to the mall rocks, and so does buying stuff. This sign says escalator is out of service. Clearly they haven't heard of that Mitch Hedberg joke about broken escalators. I don't really have much to do this afternoon, so I think what I'm going to do is continue to mall walk until I get extremely hungry, and then I am going to eat a bunch of rice again. This mall has two main levels. It has the top one and then like the middle one, but then there's the bottom smaller level, which is where the food court is, and not much else. The mall is smaller than it used to be. It used to have Sears and like a couple of other stores that sucked. So they got rid of those stores and they replaced them, or at least I should say they replaced the area that they used to be in with luxury apartments that are very expensive now. I found a good shirt. If you fuck someone's dad. Now I am up to 23,000 steps for the day, which is a little over 11 miles. So here's the thing, I like to walk a lot, but I like to eat candy even more, and that balances out to being unhealthy, which sucks because I fucking love candy. It's like my favorite thing, and I don't think I'll ever stop. If I had to choose a favorite candy, it would be those like chalk heart things that come around every Valentine's Day. And it's a good thing that those things aren't offered all year round, because if they were, I would like eat them all the time and I'd probably be dead by now. None of the other candies compare, really. I do also like to eat healthy foods a lot. Specifically, I like rice and I like apples. I eat those things pretty much every day. But then I also eat a bunch of Mexican food, and that makes me shit everything out. In the past 2 days or so, I've had diarrhea on and off, and I've been shitting out a lot of things. I should probably get some more food in my body. It's kind of the only thing I can think about right now because of, you know, again, what happened recently. But I'll get to that soon. All right, so the more that I think about it, the more that I think I should change my eating habits a little bit, because I do think that I probably get more diarrhea than like the average person, and that's probably because of like all the Mexican food, if I had to guess. But I love Mexican food, and I don't know how willing I am to give it up, so I'll do more research into just how bad Mexican food is for me. It is now 4 p.m. I am happy with the amount of mall walking that I've done this afternoon. I'm also happy with all the Pokeballs that I've picked up. And I'm hungry. So here's what I'm gonna do. Instead of going to the food court, and instead of eating rice, I'm gonna go out to this one taco stand that's like outside of the mall and buy a bunch of Mexican food and eat it all, and I will see what happens to me. So that's it for the video. I'll see you guys next time.